in league history. It's the Oilers and the Bengals, next on Madden Football.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as will be the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Oilers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. They'll run for the first time with his speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The numbers for Gibbs from last week, 6 carries, 56 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up.
And got his man complete, and it's caught on the deflection, and this is going to be a touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gibbs on the toss left. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Oilers are able to widen their advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass. I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, 1st quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here. No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 11 MT tank. Stop. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage. And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL.
They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Burrow. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end is going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is incomplete. Trying to find Jamison Williams, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get out of roll or chip away at their timing.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come. 2nd quarter down. It's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Come on.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. That pass caught. It's Williams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll run with Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
This will be caught at about the 6. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Sam Laporta from 4 yards out. And the Oilers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Here we go.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
12, 11, empty, 11.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball.
Here we go.
And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. You got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
11, empty, 11,
on 2nd down, here's Burrow. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Miles Jack with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On the jump.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Seven Pirates.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Williams, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Oilers take a 3-touchdown lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. First down. Here's Burrow. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2 yards to go, second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
11 mighty, 12.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
11 empty.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He finds Hopkins complete. Room past the 35 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. He's done it. 1,000 career catches with that last reception.
I don't care what you've done in your life. How many things have you done 1,000 times of significance? How about this? With that catch, now closing in on the top 10 all-time in NFL history, a very significant achievement.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Oh, we made a big deal about catch number 1,000, as we should. Now he's at 1,001, so he's building towards 2,000, Charles.
I like your optimism, and I love your math. Let's go ahead and get the next 1,000, and he started on it already.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Burrow completing this to Chase. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Burrow on play action. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
11 MT.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Devin Singletary, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime. They sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that's going to be incomplete.
Playing success in this game already, 2 touchdown catches, but that was a very dangerous throw. But you have to understand, with 2 catches already for touchdowns, they're going to try and force it to him at times as well.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Come on.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete to Williams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Mustang 19.
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the Bengals will get the football back. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're going to look to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
It's 4th down.
Back now here on EA Sports, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Sam Laporta, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Oilers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bengals set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
On one, ready?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Start.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Burrow. And a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And now out comes Houston. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Hitting London coming across the field. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And he's got it. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Gibbs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bengals will get the football back.
11, MT, tape. 11,
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A solid stiff arm. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. A throw out wide going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He gets this one to Boyd. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Burrow on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And Burrow going to throw again. Caught left side, Hopkins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll roll him out right. That pass caught. It's Williams. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
On the goal, now.
Another run for Gibbs here. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Williams, 48 yards. And the Oilers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
11 mighty. 11
Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Chase, complete. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Burrow.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Burrow to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Charles